Chainlink has quietly become one of the most critical pieces of crypto infrastructure, and 2026 might finally be the year that Link explodes. Today, we're going to break down what Chainlink actually does, who's using it, and our bear, base, and bull price targets for 2026. Let's dig in. So, Chainlink. Chainlink is the undisputed king of oracles, the technology that brings real-world data onto blockchain. Without Chainlink, DeFi literally can't exist. But Chainlink is much more than price feeds today. Here's what Link powers. Data feeds. Secure prices for thousands of trading pairs. Proof of reserve. It'll verify assets like stablecoins and tokenized real-world assets. VRF. Randomness for gaming and NFTs. Automation. Smart contract upkeep without manual triggers. CCIP, which is cross-chain interoperability protocol. Go look that one up. This one is very important. And the whole premise of Chainlink is CCIP. This is the big one. A universal messaging and value transfer bridge between blockchains and institutions. It lets them talk to each other, And you have to have that. If you're going to live in a world where you have multiple blockchains, they need to be able to talk to each other. And Chainlink provides that infrastructure. So Chainlink is the fuel that secures all of this: staking, payments, and network rewards. Chainlink probably, there's some argument there, but probably has the most impressive list of partners of any crypto project in the world. Here are some of the big players we're talking about. Number one, Swift, the giant multi-trillion-dollar financial messaging system. So Swift, which tested CCIP to connect banks to blockchain. DTCC, the world's largest settlement system. ANZ Bank, tokenizing assets with CCIP. Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, and Oracle Cloud integrations all are using Chainlink. Every single major DeFi protocol, Aave, Synthetics, GMX, Curve, MakerDAO, and more are using Chainlink. Real-world asset platforms that are relying on proof of reserve are using Chainlink. You guys, this is not hype. Chainlink is not a meme coin. This is plain and simple the beginning of large-scale enterprise adoption. And like we've said before, we need institutions. We need enterprise to bring in the big money if us little guys want to make money. Retail investors are not going to send a coin to the moon. It's institutions and enterprises that do that. But we can be early and go along for the ride. So Chainlink, it's been a while, but it's matured into essential infrastructure. What is the key catalyst now, though? Staking, version 0.2, expanded CCIP adoption, and large-scale real-world asset tokenization are things that are going to drive it forward. As institutions connect their systems to blockchain networks, Chainlink is positioned to be the gatekeeper. And we all know institutions are moving there. If the largest institution in the world, BlackRock, is talking about tokenizing everything, tokenization is coming, and Chainlink, like I said, is the gatekeeper. So let's talk some price predictions for Chainlink. And we'll start off with the bear case. My bear case price prediction for 2026 is Chainlink in the $12 to $18. What does that mean? That means Chainlink is going to stay flat, slightly down to maybe up. Well, what is Chainlink at right now? About $14, up 35%. That's the bear case. So what would need to happen or not happen for the bear case to play out? So in the bear case, institutional adoption would slow down, DeFi would stagnate, and CCIP growth would underperform. Chainlink will still get usage because it is a core part of crypto, but price would stay compressed. So what are the assumptions for this? Slow macro environment, limited institutional chain connectivity. Staking demand would grow slowly. Again, the price range $12 to $18. What also could affect this, guys, is we are banking on the Clarity Act to pass in 2026. If for some reason the Clarity Act does not get passed in 26, we're just going to look at another year of sideways action. So we need that to pass, and we also need Chainlink to keep executing to hit these targets. How about our base case? My base case 2026 price prediction for Chainlink is $28 to $45. Guys, this would be pretty much a double or a triple, right? Chainlink is about 15 bucks right now, so we're looking at a double or a triple in price. But some things would need to play out. This is not going to be retail pushing the price up. Real world scenarios need to play out. So in that case, Chainlink would need to continue integrating with banks, exchanges, and tokenization platforms. So we need to be looking for news articles. We need to be looking for Chainlink continuing to grow and add partnerships. DeFi would rebound, CCIP would become widely used, and staking reduces circulating supply. Again, $28 to $45. Pretty much, guys, if institutions and big corporations start to implement blockchain, Chainlink is going to benefit. So Chainlink, since it connects all the chains together, it's not picking one and hoping it goes to the moon, because Chainlink integrates with them all. As long as a handful of them that are doing well integrate with Chainlink, Chainlink is going to benefit. So this is a little bit more of a safer play, right? Because Chainlink talks and works with everybody. And we can say Chainlink's success is just directly linked to crypto success. Anyway, back to the bull case price prediction for 2026. Guys, this one would be $70 to $115. We're talking 6 to 10x, but a lot of things would have to go in Chainlink's favor and start moving very quickly. So this would be the scenario, again, $70 to $115 is the scenario where Chainlink becomes the default interoperability layer across the entire Web3 ecosystem. So CCIP would need to be widely adopted by banks that are connecting to blockchain, real-world assets using Chainlink for verification, institutions that need cross-chain settlements, and DeFi expanding into trillions in locked value. Then Chainlink demand would skyrocket as staking, rewards, and network fees could expand. Again, the price target, $70 to $115, but this would be an extreme bull cycle. We're talking the Clarity Act would pass in early 2026, which would give all these dominoes a chance to fall, the partnerships to be made, the implementations, integrations to occur, and towards the tail end of 2026, we should start seeing those start to play out and just the adoption just skyrocket. So why is 2026 critical for Chainlink? It's basically setting up to be a perfect storm. Institutional tokenization is growing fast. Banks and payment networks are currently testing CCIP. DeFi is starting to mature, and real-world assets need secure oracles. Blockchain interoperability is becoming non-negotiable. You're not going to have standalone chains. They're going to need to talk to each other, and Chainlink can provide that. Chainlink, like we said, it sits at the center of all of it. So guys, Chainlink, it's quietly doing the work behind the scenes while other networks chase hype. This is the chain that connects the chains. Like I said, you don't need to be 100% right. If you're going to invest in another cryptocurrency, you might need everything to go right for that one. But with Chainlink, Chainlink is going to connect the winners. Chainlink is in a position to connect the winners. It might not be as glamorous, but man, it's going to be solid. It is a solid coin to build the foundation of your crypto portfolio on. Again, this is not financial advice, but Chainlink is solid. So if the next wave of crypto adoption involves institutions, real-world assets, and cross-chain communication, Chainlink may become one of the most important projects in all of Web3. So if you want more 2026 predictions and deep dives into these networks, into these blockchains, what they actually do and what problems they solve, also what top altcoins are going to be on these chains, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know which project you'd like me to tackle next. Again, guys, like we see every time, it's time to focus. Stay locked in because the world is about to be tokenized.